Good day, traders. Mindset reset. Free Cash Wednesday. Today was a huge day. We had explosions on S&P and DJ30. Gold gave a pre-market low of day buy in line with the day 3 move back up into traders that were short through the London session. And then a reversal, a third-hour reversal that broke down, but a nail and bail type of trade, a third-hour trade. So we talked about if they move it, if they pump it up before a session begins, think dump. It had over 2 hours to take out the high of London, and it did not. 3 levels of rise, consolidation for a vertical move back through the low of the day. That's possibly our new break in structure now. Maybe first red day, I haven't looked. But the DJ30 was a textbook 3 levels of drop, consolidation, second hour, parabolic move through the high of the day and continued to the high of the week at the open of New York. So New York opens already in process. So when we have a situation like that, you have to understand, remember we talked about day 3 can blow off in the direction of the trend. Price is in a box. I'm always measuring back and looking for that consolidation. And I reinforce, I don't care what day it is. I don't care what the bigger template thesis might be. You still need a perfect template on the day to execute a best trade setup. Zero stress, zero emotion, because it should start to show you confirmation almost right away. You know, once you're down at that level or up at that level for shorting, it doesn't matter what time frame. So traders are, you know, they think the 1 minute chart's too fast, but remember, it's timings, levels, behavior of price. Once your thesis is there, I want to get the best fill possible. I already know what my max stop out is. I already know the maximum amount of money I'm willing to lose on the day. And if it's starting to break down, I'm going to add in, but I will also peel some out as it breaks through a level and then let the rest of it complete the measured move or whatever the target is. DJ30, that was an all-in type of opportunity. I felt that the S&P was already sort of going parabolic, and as I mentioned, we saw a similar trade on gold yesterday. It's going parabolic up high, and sometimes those are harder for me to take unless it comes out of a bottom base coil. And today was perfect. 3 levels of drop, consolidation. Everything else inside is noise, but we had the higher high. Dump, consolidation, pump. The high was made in London and they started to dump it down. The higher high was made in London. We had a 3-session, 3-level template on US CAD. We had breakout traders in the market on Euro Oz, but it was a clean breakout from the high of the day with a full box inside. There was no pullbacks. We had a clear space for dropping. And in retrospect and review, looking at the pound Aussie, it was probably a better setup. So they're completely different templates, but the pound Aussie broke down and blew off in the direction of the trend, and it blew off probably a lot cleaner. So it was maybe the better template, but still a no stress, zero heat trade opportunity. Oil, higher highs. Yesterday was an opening range breakout. Actually, sorry, that's not true. We broke out of a consolidation on day 2, but we've traded back up to the high of Monday. In a higher high today, higher low, consolidation right into the open of the session that broke higher, consolidated for that explosive parabolic direction, trade in the direction of the trend. Parabolic Free Cash Wednesdays. So I want to reinforce something, because traders are messaging me and emailing me stuff, and you said this was a day 3 and that's a day 3. I'm going to really hammer home, and I want you to listen really close to this next statement. Monday's day 1. Tuesday's day 2, Wednesday's day 3. Within that, you may have other opportunities for best trade setups based on a Friday, Monday, Tuesday, a Thursday, Friday, Monday, for 3-day setups, or a day 3 breakout on a day 1 on a Monday if it breaks the high or low of a month or a week. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday 3-day template in our new timing cycle. Wednesday's the halfway point of the week. We have our opening range on Monday, our closing range on Friday. We can have a continuation and a measured move Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We can have Wednesday now is our new range for a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, for maybe a buy low parabolic reversal or a sell high parabolic reversal or a buy low continuation parabolic trade on Friday for a measured move. Halfway point of the week, Free Cash Wednesday. Now, today we had no major red news. At first I thought, and several other traders mentioned they saw the same thing, that on the initial calendar that was released, it didn't have the housing starts. And then when I refreshed it afterwards, I saw that because the trader mentioned there was major red news. Now, the gold trade that came just prior to the US window was a low of the day, parabolic reversal, ascending triangle opportunity. Took me out before the 8:30 news release anyways. So that was, you know, I didn't see that, but I was out before the news, and thank you for pointing that out to me. And when I went back and refreshed it, it was there, so I stand corrected. I was under the impression we had no major red news today. We have, I believe tomorrow morning US time, we have major red news, and then nothing on Friday. So we could see some we've had a massive range trade in the indexes already. Day 1, day 2, day 3. We could see some huge opportunities into the end of the week. Maybe even on day 2, we could see reversals. No idea. We'll see how it sets up. But there were opportunities in the Asian session today. There were opportunities in the London session, the British pound blowing off into a news release, but it was already going parabolic after first red day yesterday. New Zealand crosses. There were opportunities. Again, remember, go back to your opening range, and what I talked about was filtering through and looking for pairs where you've got day 1, day 2, and possibly going parabolic on day 3 in Asia or in London. And then when we get into the US, if there's already been big movements in pairs, not confusing a pair that's broken out necessarily as a best trade candidate, because some of those pairs have pulled back and continue, and you could be trying to counter trend a market that may not go anywhere. It just may kind of trade into the close today, and maybe in Asia it will reverse or it will continue. So it needs to be a clean breakout in order for a market to actually want to collapse back into that breakout. Some traders asked me what I thought of the British pound. Didn't think anything out at all of it because it was broken down on news and it was not in a consolidation pattern. It may reverse later today, I don't know. But remember, I'm looking for easy money. 3 levels of drop consolidation, 3 levels of rise consolidation. Doesn't matter what it is. Obviously, I like gold. I like to watch the indexes because they have been crystal clean this week. Oil, I wanted to watch oil, but it had already broken that first hour, and we're up sort of high. It was consolidated in a nice parabolic coil, but I was already into DJ30, and I'd already been in and out of gold. And I was watching Euro Oz just to watch how it behaved. But we had a ton of opportunities. I want you to just remember 3 levels of rise consolidation, 3 levels of drop consolidation, previous day's high. So gold, after it took me out, that second hour is inside of the high and the low. It's inside, which is why I'm out of the market and I'm waiting. But that third hour off the third level after a consolidation gave a reversal trade into my first hour long at the end of that 7 a.m. hour where the long trade took place 15 minutes prior to the end of the session, or the end of the London session. That's a reversal 3 levels up for the collapse back through the low of the day. And that trade stop hunted into longs from last night's New York session. So, and you know, I was thinking about this yesterday and I didn't mention it, but that parabolic explosion yesterday forced traders to buy up high. And that was the low-hanging fruit stop hunt on that collapse in the third hour. They already had all the longs from last night's New York parabolic sitting up high, as opposed to being way down low when they exploded. It exploded up high, and that's where the collapse went back into. So it's, where was the money? It was down low, third hour collapse, indexes exploded. There was money laying on the floor. And if you're not sitting on, if you're struggling or you're not getting it and you've watched the videos and everything else, you need to stop and really just stop and observe and watch, because you know, there was easy money laying on the floor all over the place today. Easy money. So if you're chasing stuff or you're getting caught watching price, you're not paying attention to the time, or you're not letting it get to one of the extremes or work into an extreme and understand the rotation of time, first hour explosion, DJ30. New York Open, boom, right through the high of the day, high of the week. Huge move. Prices in a box. That's a range expansion. So, you know, it's been, you know, one trader said you can't get any simpler than that. And I'll make fun of this, but I'm not that smart. So I need to keep it as simple as possible. Day 1, day 2, day 3. I'm not renaming everything else. Oh, this is a day 2. Monday's day 1. Tuesday's day 2. Wednesday's day 3. Tomorrow, Wednesday, will be day 1. Thursday's day 2. Friday's day 3. And within that Monday to Friday template, I'm looking for best templates regardless of my thesis, whether it's a day 3 breakout from Thursday, last Thursday, Friday, Monday, whatever that is. Whether it's an inside day, false break, reversal, high of week trade to the low of day. Doesn't matter what it is. I'm still using a Monday to Friday template. First green day, first red day, inside days, and breakout traders. When we go into a new week, like Japanese yen, go look at that chart. I posted it yesterday. We had 3 days of breakout traders already in the market from last week's collapse. And we had 3 bullish closes Friday, Monday, Tuesday. That's a day 0 setup for a parabolic move. Now it broke out. It didn't quite get all the way there. It went 50, 60 pips, I think. I can't remember. It's pulled back, but that's still in a coil for a potential either reversal maybe tomorrow in Asia all the way back down to the low of the week, or a parabolic explosion in Asia maybe tomorrow on Thursday, day 2. I have to go look at the chart. I'll talk about that later. But that consolidation, closing price, 3 days of closes, bullish closes on top of first green day. But we had over 3 days of breakout traders trapped, and that's where that move went back up to, into the breakout level. So think simple, step back. It's not about trying to figure out the instrument. It's about taking the best setups. You've got a basket of instruments. Okay, I've got 2 or 3 that look like they're best trade candidates. Now, what does the template look like on the day? Do I have 3 levels of drop and consolidation? So, for example, today, 3 indexes. To me, the DJ30 was the cleanest chart for me. 3 levels of drop, consolidation, second hour reversal. Okay, the S&P was going parabolic into the open, up near the high of the day, at the top of the box for a range expansion. I like the idea of the consolidation down low. That's my choice. You choose an instrument, you execute that trade as flawlessly as possible, you manage your risk, and you take profits off. If you've got a range expansion projected and you're leaving a trailer, pay attention to timings, levels, behavior of price. The longer that goes, first hour, second hour, third hour, and it's not getting there, if it's an explosion or it should take you right out on a second full range expansion, whatever that may be, lock in the money and understand that that's a big best trade setup candidate. So if you're trying to do other stuff after, scalp in and out and all those other things, that's when you can engage in other impulsive trades that can end up causing you stress or get you caught into something later, or even if it's profitable, but I'm targeting the larger parabolic opportunities for explosions, and I'm taking that, and then I'm done. I get on with my day. Hour and a half work day. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. So, but it was an unbelievable free cash Wednesday. Honestly, I think that's one of the biggest free cash Wednesdays in a while. That was huge, a huge day. So congratulations to the traders that nailed those trades. Guess what today's going to be? Day 1. Tomorrow's day 2, and Friday is free cash Friday. Tomorrow's a day 2 unless we have a perfect best trade template candidate. Remember what I've said. Don't try to trade stuff up high or down low unless you have a best trade template, because day 2 can chop people up unless it's a perfect setup or a perfect type of parabolic reversal day, whatever those are. And keep it simple. 1% better every single day, traders. Keep it going and keep it growing. Some traders made an absolute killing today. Have a great day, and may the markets go with you.